following presentation is for mature audiences only.
Who are you?
He's a fine man.
All hell is broken loose.
He's a great broadcaster.
He's a very powerful guy.
Absolutely brilliant.
Feared by men, adored by women.
He's a smart boy.
It's patriotic.
It's no big deal.
It's the end of the world.
I might as well tell you now. He's a monkey.
And how you doing, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages? Welcome in to another edition of The Wyldeside with Eric Clark. I am your host, Eric Clark, saying thank you for taking time out of your busy day being awesome to give my video a watch and a listen. If you like it, like it. If you think other people are going to dig it, give it a share. But you got to make sure you are subscribed to the channel, hitting that like button and that notification bell. And also, all the links to my social media stuff, because that's how I am, is linked down below. So if you've got a question for me, a video you want me to check out, a rant you want me to go on, all you have to do is find me on social media. I'm not hiding from anybody. I'm very easy to find. But I do have a day job, so no spamming. If you ask me to do something and I don't do it right away, you got to give me a little time, maybe a nice little polite nudge. Before we get started, thank you to Connect 200, Music to See, and Aunt Betty's Nut Butter. Don't forget, we are live streaming Wednesdays, 11 a.m., Saturdays, 2 p.m., a gathering of the Concurpas. If you don't know what a Concurpa is, you've got to join the live stream and ask. They will explain it all to you. You know, I hate being this guy, but I also like being this guy. I hate to say I told you so, but I told you so. Normally, I don't do these types of rants, but this was just too good to let go. A couple of weeks ago, there was some cocaine found in the old White House. Not the first time. Look, man, there's the Willie Nelson story. There's the Snoop Dogg story. There's all the stories of people getting high. I mean, Elvis did a photo shoot with Nixon. Go back and look at that photo shoot of Elvis and Nixon. That dude is absolutely wasted. And he's being made like a DEA agent or some crazy shit like that. So it's always been going on, right? Don't even get me started on Bill Clinton. There's always been something going on crazy at the White House. There's people in and out. You know, not everybody clears their security checks. Not everybody clears their background checks. Some people, are just protected, dude. So I said right when it came out and everybody started the whole, it's going to be Hunter Biden. It's got to be Hunter Biden. And there's all the videos and all the posts. My response was, right when it happened, dude, do you really think, let's say, for example, it is. Let's say it was his. Do you really think in your logic, not in your emotion, not in your whose side are you on, but just think about it as an adult, knowing how the world works, okay? Did you really think that the first son, in any way, shape, or form, would have ever been tied to that? Like, publicly, legally, in the justice system? Did you really think he was going to... Bro, this is the son of the President of the United States. You can't be shocked that he gets away with stuff. Driving while smoking crack or whatever it was that was on the video. All the way to the selling secrets and access to foreign countries. Do you really think that dude is going to face any kind of consequence? It's the son of the president, and he was the son of the vice president. Come on, man. It's like when the two daughters got busted drinking underage. Do you really think? Come on, man. I'm shocked you're shocked. I'm shocked you're shocked. See, I'm not surprised it happened. I'm surprised we've been letting it happen, because that's really what the problem is. The problem, Hunter Biden's just He's a symptom of the overall cancer that is our political system. Dude, Joe Biden's been in government, in our federal government, since the 70s. Since the 70s. You don't think they've built a nice little wall around themselves? Come on, man. It's right there in front of you. What gets me is how much we sit around and yell at each other knowing what's going on. It's obvious, both sides. Whether it's Nancy Pelosi's husband or Donald Trump's kid. Dude, they're blatantly untouchable. And yet we still sit around and, your guy's an idiot. No, your guy's an idiot. No, they're all idiots. And if you watch my live stream, you'll know that this is how I speak about it. They're all idiots, dude. They're all in the same team. They've built this little secure club, and you're not in on it. You're just an average Joe. And they've already protected themselves. There's nothing you can do about it now. You've got to get rid of this stuff generationally. Start locally. You've got to look. I find it hilarious that it was almost 300 years ago was the last time the government operated properly. And now in 2023, we are sitting here, obviously choosing sides, knowing it doesn't matter. Yet we still fall into this, it's your guy. No, it's all of them, dude. Chuck Schumer will stand up and say, oh, we would have got this done for you fine people if it weren't for these guys over here. And then Mitch McConnell gets up and says, oh, we would have done some really cool stuff for you folks if it weren't for those jerks over there. And they've both been doing it for 30, 40 years now. It's rigged, and you're not in on it. So stop being shocked. Go on about your day. Okay? Don't worry about these people. They're in a club you don't belong in. Start locally. Worry more about who your school board is. Who's your tax assessor? Who's your mayor? Who's on your city council? Who's on your school board? That's who you need to worry about because those people affect your life day to day. The son of the president bringing blow into... Dude, as far as you should care, that guy should walk into the White House and do a line right off of Lincoln's bedpost. Doesn't matter to you. It doesn't affect you. And you're not going to change it by sitting there screaming at someone else who may not feel the same way. Instead, start locally and demand more from your politicians, and that will bleed up. But that's going to happen generationally. But seriously, man, you couldn't really think that the son of the president was ever going to do a perp walk for having blow in the White House. Considering what has gone on in that building, from Andrew Johnson throwing hooker parties. Like, yeah, dude. Marilyn Monroe getting a train pulled on her. Okay? And you think a couple grams of blow is going to shake up the world? No. Go find something better to do with your time. Spend time with your friends and family. Go for a walk, right? You will be much more satisfied than worrying about some degenerate child of privilege, because that's what he is. He's a degenerate child of privilege. And not for nothing, that dude's a dumpster fire. He's an absolute dumpster fire that you don't have to deal with. Right? So, it's like, man, I would put more hope. I get it. You have hope, right? You have hope for the American system, but you're not talking about the American system. You're talking about the American political system. It's totally different. I do have hope that if there's something nefarious going on with foreign dealings and things like that, yes, then I would like some answers. But as far as taking a bag of blow into the White House, I'm not defending it. I'm not saying, oh, yeah, awesome. What I'm saying is this is the least, the very, very least of the issues here. I mean, it is the very least because it's been going on forever. But we have allowed it to take over and be, oh, he needs to go to, dude, it's just, look, man, this is like the big man on campus in your high school. You know, that athlete, you know, that person, that class president, whoever it was in your school that got treated differently, you know, times a million. That's all it is. You know, just like Tom Brady doesn't get the calls in the NFL. Hunter Biden's not doing a perp walk for a little bit of blow. And by the way, the real failings here is that there wasn't a that's my cocaine officer guy. Once you get to a certain level of notoriety, you need to have people on your staff that are going to take that hit. I call it the that's my dead hooker officer guy. Mike Vick got busted in an airport with his entourage with weed stuck in like the bottom of a can or a bottle or, you know, one of those tumbler bottles. How did that happen? How did Michael Vick get busted with weed at the airport? That you have an entourage. That's like somebody's assignment. All right, who's carrying my weed? Who's taking the hit? That's my weed, officer. That's my cocaine, Mr. Secret Service man. Where was that person? You got to have that. That's what really surprised me out of all of it, is that they came up with the whole, no, nobody's to blame. We have no idea what happened. Hundreds of cameras everywhere. DNA, fingerprints, all of it. No. We have no idea. I have no idea who it is. They can tell you what some lady at a school board meeting in North Carolina said the next day. But no. We have no, again, it shouldn't be a surprise to you. It should be funny. Again, where's the that's my cocaine officer guy? That's where you really failed. You failed to have your scapegoat ready to go. That should have been the first thing your crisis management team put together, was your fall guy. Oh, a bag of blow was found in the White House and everybody thinks belongs to the son of the president? All right. Let's find us a fall guy, some person that we can give favors to later. We'll expunge that. Don't worry about it. We'll get a federal judge to expunge that later on. Won't make the news. Nobody will know about it. It'll all be forgotten. Don't worry about it. But we need someone right now, knowing how the news cycle operates, okay, and you see it. You know, look how crazy our news cycle is. The president of the Ukraine. Now, you would think that's a pretty important thing. In-N-Out Burger. And then you got Ashton Kutcher talking about how he's going to expose Hollywood and how crazy they are. Tom Holland saying Hollywood is crazy. I don't want to be in Hollywood anymore. But, you know, In-N-Out Burger is in there as well. So, again, knowing the news cycle, the fact that you did not have a that's my blow officer guy ready to go is a failing on your administration, dude. I wouldn't even worry about your kid. I would be pissed that your crisis management team, they're able to handle all of this guy's mistakes, all of his gaffes, Pierre, Carrie, Jean, Montague, Donoghue, whatever her name is, that gets out there every day. Should have been ready to go. You failed at having your fall guy. That's the big mistake I saw. But anyway, those are just my thoughts on that. And again, I hate saying I told you so, but I also love saying I told you so. So yeah, dude, no way. There's no way the son of the president is doing a perp walk off over a couple of grams of blow in the White House. The fact that story even gained any type of traction with adults is what was really surprising to me. As far as the class of privilege and the ruling class of the political class and all that, that is a much bigger problem that needs to start down with us and then work our way up. That's the only way that's going to change. The system is broken. But as far as like finding a blunt in a bathroom at the White House, oh my God, that was like adults got on this, like adults that know how the world works. We're like, yeah, Hunter Biden needs to go to jail. First off, we don't even know it's his. We don't even know it's his. There's a lot of assumptions. There's no evidence, but there are a lot of assumptions. There's some videos and stuff. I've done blow, so I know what it looks like to sit around with a bunch of people wondering if their bank accounts can handle the rest of the night, having really interesting conversations at high rates of speed while blocking the window so no light gets in and looking out every 5 minutes to see who's coming up the stairs. Yeah, I get that. I know what all the signs are for somebody who is gacked to their mind on the old cocaine. I get it, right? But that's an assumption. I have no evidence. My problem was, where's your fall guy? That should have been within 2 hours. Yeah, we found the person on camera. Would have been done. With all the cover-ups you people do, with all the hiding and obfuscation that and scapegoating you people know how to do from the wrap-up smear, all of it. Like you've got a whole machinery up there to handle this. And you let this go? Nah, man, that's on the Biden team. That's on the Biden crisis team, not the Secret Service for finding the perpetrator. No. That's for not nipping it in the bud. Barney Fife it, dude. That's how you got to think about it. Barney Fife it. Nip it in the bud. Stop it right there from metastasizing. Yeah, that's my cocaine officer. You got to have that guy. Remember, the more notable you are as a person, the more you need someone with you to handle that stupid stuff. Almost said something else. Those stupid mistakes you make, like Michael Vick walking into an airport with weed. Dude, the set of balls you have to have on you to do that, just like taking blow into the White House, regardless of who it was. You have to respect that level of cocaine addiction. You have to respect that. You have to be like, wow, dude, that is brave. That's a level of cocaine addiction I've never experienced. Like, I need cocaine so bad, I'm going to do it at the White House. Right? Like, that is a level of insanity that I just don't understand. The smoking weed at the White House, yeah, I can see that. But, like, dude, I'm standing in the bathroom at the White House and I'm getting ready to do a rail off the sink. That is a surreal mindset that I have to applaud. So those are my thoughts on that. If you have like, hey man, what do you think about this? All you got to do is hit me up on social media. Somebody had asked me, I posted it on Twitter, and then when it came out, I was like, called it. Had to make a video about it. So thank you for taking time out of your busy day to watch me ramble on about nothing but nonsense. Make sure you tune in Wednesdays at 11 a.m., Saturdays at 2 p.m. It's 2 more hours of fun and frivolity one could call nonsense. Thank you very much to Connect 200 Music to See, and of course, Aunt Betty's Nut Butter. Thank you to all of you for taking time out of your busy day to watch my little video. Make sure you're looking out for each other. Make sure you're looking out for your neighbor. Try to do at least one good thing a day. I am Eric Clark, and this has been The Wild Side.